So ride right back to school.
Alright guys, here from the hook flip or butterfly guard, there's a bunch of different things that you can do, you know, and I'm going to demonstrate today the arm drag. So I like to use the arm drag a lot whenever people tend to back out. So whenever you try to engage here, they're going to be backing out. They have their hips really low on the ground, and then they'll really give you the point to work the basic sweep here. Whenever they're backing out, you notice that the first thing you're going to do is that I'm not going to look for underhook or overhook, anything like that. I'm going to be controlling his wrist right here. This is not just to apply a better arm drag, but also because a lot of people focus on that, and it is a big, big danger for him to come on top and do what he called the cradle pass. If they have that control, they pretty much block everything else. So every time I'm doing that game, I tend also to go right here and control that. So I'm gonna try to engage, he's gonna be trying to back out. When I give him that space, I drive his arm inside, and this hand goes over the elbow on the side here, close to his triceps, right there. You notice that I drag his arm in a way that goes like underneath my armpit, okay? Here is that one a lot of people have problems. I'm still too far from him, okay? And people tend to actually go back and drag all the way down and then go to the back. But whenever you go backwards, I really don't think it's a good idea because there's a lot of counters. Okay, so whenever I got here, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna close my elbow really tight, and then that hand that I was having on the wrist go to the floor. You notice that instead of going backwards, I go forward actually. So from here I go 1, close the elbow, hand on the floor, and 2. Look, my head is closer to him actually. My elbow is really close there, and I'm going forward. I'm aggressive. What I'm gonna do now is a shift from legs and hips. So that hand on the floor is essential to make sure that you have a pivot point to simply move your hip out. Another detail, whenever I switch my leg, you notice that I already automatically have a hook inside, and I am aggressive. I am on top. I'm not going down. I'm not giving him any room. By having that control right here with that deep hook right there, then getting the back is going to be really easy. Okay? So, that free hand, some people like to hold and get tighter, and that's okay. Some people like to use that free hand to give you momentum. It doesn't really matter. What I want to do is that I want to have my hip up and this free hand to go here and help me to avoid him to block that hook. So that's why committing the hand sometimes here, he can close the elbow. Go ahead and close the elbow, Brandon. And then I'm going to be kind of here. So that's why sometimes I like to leave it like that. So I'm going to bridge and the hand goes down. If he tries to block it, I'm going to get the wrist and then my hook is there. Then I'm going to sprawl if I can and get his back. Okay? So let's do like in speed motion now. Normal motion. Okay, so I go. Look at the control right there. He backs out. So look. Close the elbow. I'm closed. Leg on the floor. Take your hip out of the ground. Switch. Hook is in. So now I have all the freedom in the world now. Bump your hip. This hand is right there. When you bump your hip, that hand right there prevents him to block the hook, and I have his back.